Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the YouTube channel again. My name is Nerdsy, and today we have an uncut Bloodhunt gameplay. For those of you who don't know, and for those of you who know, quick recap: Bloodhunt is a vampire battle royale game based in Prague. You have a bunch of different character archetypes and classes, and each one has unique abilities. And there's, I don't know, pretty basic assortment of weapons, from shotguns to sniper rifles to revolvers, which are like freaking hand cannons in Destiny. They're so strong. Probably my favorite weapon in the game. SMGs, ARs, all of that good stuff. Some character abilities are more offensive, some are more defensive, some are built more so around being stealthy. There's a wide array. But so basically, what I want to do with this video is, I guess, kind of introduce myself, talk about myself a little bit for anyone who's new to the channel, and for the folks who've been here before, and for the folks who check out my Twitch live stream at twitch.tv/nerdsy. Maybe you guys will just learn something new about me that you didn't know about me before. But yeah, so I have been streaming for, 3 years now. Yeah, because I got married in 2019, and I started a few months before that. I had a pretty basic PC. I have since made some much needed upgrades, so that's been really cool. Has really increased the quality of the stream and of the experience for everyone, including myself, to be honest. But yeah, I started out playing mostly Fortnite. Went to Call of Duty, Warzone, Apex. Kind of went back and forth between Warzone and Apex, but then Apex became the game that I played the most steadily and that I was the most consistently slightly above average at. And then I've kind of gone back to Fortnite a couple times. I've ventured out and tried a couple different types of games, but ultimately first-person shooters and especially battle royale games are what I always tend to come back to. Up until Bloodhunt, though, I didn't really care for the third-person perspective type of games, again, like Fortnite, or like when the Super People beta was out. I didn't really care for the third-person game mode. I really only enjoyed the first-person perspective. But since Bloodhunt, it's kind of opened me up once again to that third-person gameplay again, and I honestly love it. I've had such a good time with it. Something about shooting, tracking, and everything just seems to be really easy. Despite the fact that later in this gameplay, you guys will see me whiff like 8 shots in a row. Really painful. So we can all laugh together at that when that happens. But yeah, so I've always come back to the Battle Royale type of gameplay. Just something about the competitiveness, the high of getting a win, even of just, getting a lot of kills when you know that there's a limited number of kills to be had in a game. For example, in Bloodhunt, usually they're like, 42, I think at most, people in a game, but in solos, each one gets an extra life. And so really, it's like there are 84, right? So to drop 20 kills, like that's a quarter of the lobby, feels pretty cool. So yeah, it's pretty rad. The issue with Bloodhunt, though, and sorry if I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, the issue with Bloodhunt, though, is that there are a lot of bugs that have yet to be fixed. And supposedly the Shark Mob team, right, the development team, is pretty small. And so they don't have a lot of like resources and manpower to be able to pump out these updates as quickly as possible, which I tend to be more forgiving for, right? I tend to give folks the benefit of the doubt more than Twitter, for example. Twitter has become a circus of clowns just dumping on this game. And I think it's wrongfully so. I don't think the developers deserve this much hate. And I think that's partly due to the fact that gamers nowadays have become very spoiled, right? Granted, a lot of developers have been releasing half-completed games that need updates to make them as good as they should have been from the start, honestly, right? So that's definitely on the game developers. But because of these updates, players have become super vocal, which is cool because game developers tend to listen to these players who have these opinions and everything and make changes based on those opinions and what the general consensus is. But I think that has given players a sense of entitlement, right? That they deserve every change that they want, kind of like a kid whose parents always say yes to everything that they want, and so they grow up to be spoiled brats, right? I think that that's pretty much how the gaming community has become over the last few years. And so really, I think that no matter what happens, there's always going to be more people shitting on a game that they're still playing and enjoying, right? Rather than there are going to be people like me who just sit back and enjoy a game despite some of its flaws, So I'm not much of a game critic, or a movie critic for that matter, really, but I'm not much of a game critic in general. So as long as it kind of fits my preferred genre, I'm going to enjoy it, unless they're really, really, really bad mechanics or things that stick out like a sore thumb that make me hate it. But Bloodhunt honestly doesn't have any of those to me. So I'm on the developer side. I don't think I'm going to stop enjoying this game anytime soon. I don't think any one character class is so broken that it makes the game unplayable, right? Because they're so OP. I don't think any one weapon type is so overpowered, right, that it makes the game unplayable. I've won games without using shotguns once. I've won games like this gameplay here that we're watching. I'm playing Saboteur instead of Enforcer, who's the class that everyone says is overpowered. I'm playing Saboteur, and I'm not using a shotgun, and I win, with 16 kills. So to each their own, but I think ultimately people need to just kind of take a back seat and enjoy the games that they're given a little bit more. So, yeah, sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent spiel. But let's see, what was I talking about before? I'm not really going to edit this voiceover either, so you guys are getting all of this raw. We're raw dogging it. Is that okay? Can I say that on YouTube? Shit, man. But yeah, so back to myself a little bit. I've been married for 3 years. I have a beautiful baby boy who's going to be a year old here in just a couple months. Not even, like 6 weeks. And my wife and I are super excited for that. We're getting into summertime right now, so, got all of those plans and good stuff coming up. But yeah, I mean, like I said, mostly first-person shooters, even more so Battle Royale specifically that I enjoy. I also play a ton of music. I play accordion, guitar. I sing a little bit, all cool things that I do sometimes on Twitch for just, people who redeem channel points, people who sub. Sometimes I'm just bored, and that's what I want to do instead of playing games. I've got a super tight-knit group of friends that we love gaming together. We really got brought together by killing zombies. Starting like 10, 11, maybe even 12 years ago, all through, up until now. And we're all married. A lot of us are having kids now. Well, most of us are married. A lot of us are having kids now and stuff too, but we still kind of managed to make time to get together, have some drinks, play some games, go outside, go to the lake, go to the beach, all of that good stuff, that you always like to do with good friends and everything. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else there is to say about myself. I guess we can kind of watch the gameplay a little bit here. I'm trying to remember if this is where I whiff all of these shots. I think so. Yeah, this is where I die. Oh my gosh. What is that? That's like 9 revolver bullets missed. I had no business dying to this guy here because I just whiffed. I could have ended that fight freaking 30 seconds sooner than when I died right there. Oh, man, that's so bad. But, I think I come back and I just kill this guy right here, right away. And I actually end up with better loot than I had before. That's the thing, guys, is like in this game, if you're going to puppy guard loot, you better set yourself up and count on the person coming back with a vengeance, because right here, this dude, I'm confident that I'm better than this guy. And so I just kind of went in like freaking dunking my schlong on the table, laying it out for him, just full intimidation, and he didn't even get me all that weak. I still got 160 HP, and he had shotguns and stuff, and he, see? Right there. So I picked my gold revolver back up, grabbed the toggler, which, by the way, I have another YouTube video where I showcase the toggler. It's my favorite gun because it can be kind of that slow-fire DMR type of weapon, right? Still technically full auto, but each round that you hit packs a punch. It's got amazing range and everything. It makes you a menace to society. But then It also has kind of an SMG mode where very low like accuracy, so you got to be in someone's face if you're going to use it, but I honestly think that makes the toggler contend with shotguns for up-close engagements. So that might just be me, but... So hit some revolver taps on this guy right here. Kind of dunked on him a little bit. Let me see how many kills I have right now. Looks like we're rocking at 10 already, so that's pretty rad. I believe I end this game with 16 kills, and we're nearing up here to the end as well. So, yeah, that ability right there, that's a sewer bomb ability, which I think is pretty cool. Makes this class, the Saboteur, good at kind of cutting off choke points, right, to where even if you don't get a ton of damage off with the sewer bomb, at least you know where an enemy is, and you know that he's a little bit weaker than you are, hopefully, assuming that you're at full health. So you have a little bit of an HP advantage, depending on, you know, again, how quickly they were able to get out of it, how long they sat in your gas for, and all of that good stuff. But see, so right here, to me, the revolver is, well, can be just as good as a shotgun if you can hit those shots up close, right? Which it's one single round versus a spread of pellets. So it's less forgiving if you're not 100% accurate. But I think that potential for, you know, even shooting someone in the head and hitting them for 90 is huge. And it makes the revolver a very decent weapon for close quarters engagements as well. So, yeah, between the revolver and the toggler, I like how those two weapons, especially in this game, can be used consistently up close or at range. And the damage fall off for these weapons isn't too severe as well. So with the revolver, right, its base damage is 45, body 90 to the head. Those numbers hold up at pretty decent range, which is pretty cool. And so it makes that weapon just very, very useful. You know, I've domed people from, you know, 100 or 200 meters away, and I still hit them for 90 with the revolver. And with the toggler in its DMR mode, I've been able to beam people again, yeah, like 100 meters away. And I mean, I don't know, something about this game kind of makes that distance not feel like too much, right? But if you think about it, in games like Warzone, Apex especially, damage fall off is pretty significant. And so I like that in this game, you could just kind of point and click and consistently get really good damage on people. Even though I thought that I saw someone jump down right there next to that Muse, I went in for the full kill because Muses are actually my least favorite class to have a close quarters engagement with, or I mean, even an engagement at range with, any type of engagement. I hate having with a Muse because they can so consistently heal, and it's pretty easy for them to get a significant amount of health back because of their abilities. And while they're downed, they can freaking use both of their abilities again, and they're the only class that can do that. So anytime that I get a Muse weak, I try to push them immediately so that at the very least they can't get very many heals off. And if they're downed, because one of their passive abilities is that they self-res quicker, you just have to go in and finish them every time. Or at the very least, you have to keep tabs on where they are so that if they do res, you can just go back, put a couple rounds in them, and knock them once again. I also miss a lot of revolver shots here again, which I am not cutting out because I want, again, like I said, we're raw dogging it here. And then here is the very end of the game. I get that kill. I'm kind of a bitch, so I wait for this guy to self-res. But yeah, so with that, guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you all for sticking out. Thank you for listening to me rant, kind of talk about myself a little bit. And watch this. I'm such a dick. Oh, man. It's fun, though, sometimes. I had been getting dunked on a lot in the games before and after this, so it felt good to get a win, so I had to kind of let out some of my aggression. But once again, that is the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit like. If you want to see more, subscribe and all of that good stuff. And I can't wait to see you guys more. Stop by my live stream, twitch.tv/nerdsy. Link will be in the description below. And love you guys. Much appreciated. Catch y'all soon. Late.